We've had some major change in our culture. Technologically, it's been unbelievable. Unbelievable. I can send or receive a naked picture that will disappear. Just sending naked pictures was not good enough, because you can get in trouble. Oh, let's see, we'll get some EE guys, some electrical engineering guys, some engineering dude's going to say, oh, how can I write a program for this shit? Ah, I got it. We'll help them send pictures where they're naked and then gone. Now they don't get in trouble. Right? Right? What's it called? Snapchat. You even know what it's called. I got the first computer that came out when it finally came out with personal computers. First, when I started being around computers, computers were these massive things in a room about the size of this with glass in front of it. And you would take your cards if you were doing research. You'd take a big stack of cards and you would hand them to some dude. And she or he, mostly he, would take the cards and put them in a machine. And they'd go through the machine, and then you'd get a printout about your research. When I went to write my dissertation, I said to an upper class person, a person who had already finished his dissertation, I said, if you could give me one bit of advice about writing a dissertation, what would it be? And he said, get a computer. I said, man, I flunked every computer class I ever took. He said, doesn't matter. Go buy a computer. And so I went and bought a Commodore 64. It was an old thing. I wish I still had it in a box. I bet it'd be worth like $1.50. And I went home and I taught myself how to do this thing you all know about just because you've grown up with it, called word processing. And you had to buy some disks, and they were big floppy disks, and you would put them in the machine, and it would take like 20 minutes to load, and it would load, and you hear it go ding, 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 finally it load. And I remember sitting there typing and seeing it fly across the screen. I'm like, wow. I pushed the delete button, shit would fly backwards. I'm like, whoa, too fast, slow down. And I would lose stuff, and I would type it, and I'd be like, wow. And so I went to write my dissertation. As I wrote my dissertation, I got like, I don't know, 2 or 3 pages written. I was so excited just to kind of get it going. 2 or 3 pages written, and I turned my computer off. Yeah, you know exactly what happened, because you grew up with this stuff. And of course, the next morning I get up and I turn it on, and it's not there. I'm like, what a piece of crap. What a piece of crap, this computer thing. This is crazy. Because change is hard, isn't it? I mean, it's really hard. When I look about the technological change, I know that you all think that the technology that you have is the bomb. The stuff you have is unbelievable, but I got news for you. The stuff you have will be laughed at by your kids the way the stuff I had is laughed at by mine. Because it's not stopping. How many of you had PlayStations or PS3s or whatever, Xboxes, and they had wires connected to the controllers when you started using them? How many have wires? Yeah, you don't have wires anymore, do you? Wires are like primitive as hell. Wires are like, whoa, why do we still have wires? And stuff is still really primitive. You know what's primitive? The freaking battery in this phone. It's primitive. Your kids are going to laugh at you. What? You had to plug your phone in every night? And I'd be like, no, I use my phone so much I had to plug it in the day. I had this phone plugged in just now before I came here, and now I'm still down to 54%. The TVs you have, you love your TVs, right? The flat screens? How many of you still have big box TVs at your house? You don't know what the hell to do with. Yeah, they're like in your garage. Your parents are like, they'll be all right. They still work fine. Right? You got your parents like, yeah, it still works. Like, works for what? You can't even lift the damn thing to get it in the house if you ever wanted to use it. And you love your flat screen TVs. I love mine. Shit, as soon as this came out, man, I got them. Hung them on my wall. I'm like, wow, I got an Olivia. Nobody even has an Olivia anymore. They don't even make the damn things. I better go get myself a Panasonic. Wow, I love my big TV. How nice are those TVs? Y'all got nice TVs? Big 53-inch flat screen. I got one, man. Super Bowl was so badass, let me tell you. Oh, shit. Loved it. Some people don't look better in high def, though. I got news for you. Adele Arakawa, much better looking and not in high def. Sorry, Adele. But your TVs are going to be primitive in 20 years, 15 years. My hope for TV is that we'll sit around the room and we'll watch it in 3D. We'll sit around and we'll see it like in holographic display. I'll watch it like I'm really at the game. I'll watch it like you saw Princess Leia in that first movie, right? Where, you put your hand, you go right through her. Your TVs are cool. I love them. I got a couple of them. But they're primitive. How many of you heard of 3D printers? Anybody hear about a 3D printer? What the hell is that? I want a new water bottle. Push a button and a new water bottle is going to be printed out of a machine that I have at my desk. Have you heard about this? Holy cow. Now here's when I'm going to get happy. Teleport my ass somewhere. Okay? I want to go see my mom. Hey, Mom. It's moving. Technologically, we're moving. It's not going to stop.